Yes, sir, audible.
Okay. So good morning once again. I am Viresh Busnur, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, BNMIT, and I am here to introduce our speaker for the second session, that is Dr. Bharath VG. It's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Bharath VG to the second session. Dr. Bharath VG is presently working as Associate Professor at Department of Mechanical Engineering in Brindavan College of Engineering. He has completed his PhD from Reva University, Master of Engineering in Machine Design with a gold medal from UVCE, and a Bachelor of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering from Bangalore Institute of Technology. To his credit, he has won Indian patent, two Australian patents, along with 22 peer-reviewed journals. He is well versed with the Python programming in especially the mechanical engineering courses, and so that is the primary reason why Dr. Bharath VG is a part of our FDP session. He has successfully completed CAD in 24 hours and CAMD day in Reva universities. And along with it, he has got many best research awards from various institutions. Dr. Bharath VG, I welcome you to this session.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Over to you, sir. You can share the screen.
Yeah. Is my screen visible?
Not yet, sir. Not yet.
Yeah. Now is it visible?
No, sir. Yes, sir. It's visible now.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir. You can, sir.
Yeah. A very good morning to all participants for this faculty development program on Python programming, which is applicable to mechanical engineering. So myself, Dr. Bharath VG, I am working as Associate Professor in Department of Mechanical Engineering, Brindavan College of Engineering. So I will move on to the subject since the time is very squeezed. We need to learn a lot with respect to Python programming, and you have gone through several sessions from past 2 days, and this is the fundamental session for any of the data analysis or data scientist or big data analysis for any of the field. If you want to switch over or if you want to train the student, Python is the fundamental language where it is very easy and it can be applied to any field. Let me begin initially. So introduction, history of Python, what is the present job market in Python, and the programming of Python with respect to fundamentals, and other Python programming with respect to mechanical engineering subjects, where you can frame the syllabus. If you are into autonomous institution or any university, you can frame your own syllabus with respect to Python language. So before entering into the Python, we have to learn why to learn the code. So it is very important. So coding and programming careers have greater earning potential. So if a mechanical engineer or a civil engineer or a core engineer student or a faculty member, if you want to switch over to computer science or programming one, there is a lot of earning opportunities available in the job market at the present moment. So demand remains strong for coding related jobs. Coding ability gives new perspective to problem solving. Learning the code offers career flexibility. So you have large amount of flexible over your career. You can change to any of the field once you know the programming language, any one programming language. So learning code can be fun bonding opportunities for families or discussion community, etc. What as previous session Kaggle is there. So that is what everything is there in one platform: discussion, competitions, programming, etc. Okay. Next, coding can be useful for jobs that you might not expect. So sometimes you might not expect, but if you know coding, you get a better opportunity, better salary, etc. So what are the career opportunities for mechanical engineers when you learn to code? One is you can become Python developer. Second one is database administrator. That is what data analysis or data scientist or data analysis work. Next, data science engineer. Next, data scientist. Both are different. Data science engineer works more on data analysis part, evaluation part. Data scientist look for everything, starting from the program to the product end. That is analysis side. Next, business intelligence analyst. So mainly nowadays people are getting into Python developer and a data science engineer or a data scientist. So what are the skills necessary for coding? So these are very important. So one is self-reliance. You need to have a good communication language skill, language, logic. You have to know the basic fundamental logic, how the program is going to be framed. That logic is very important. And attention to detail. So detail attention is required for each line of the code. Then recognition of stupidity means something semicolon or colon, or if you have not used definition or define function properly, so that leads to error. So you have to have the recognition of stupidity, which is a human error. Next, abstract thinking. You have to have the broad thinking. Patience. Patience is very much important. As an engineer or as a human being or a developer, the patience is very much important because a few minute mistake in code which cannot be noticed several times, but the error is appearing means you have to have the patience to check each line by line. That is each the code which is written, we have to check line by line. So patience is very much important. Strong memory means strong memory in the sense where you have to kept the file, which line you have written for which logic. Okay. Next, practice, which is very much important. Practice, practice, practice. Next, scientific method and communication and empathy with respect to technical terms. What before entering into any of the programming language, you have now the world is becoming computation. So it is known as process of computational program solving. So how in a design, machine design, we have 6 steps, starting from the definition of the problem to the product and again the reevaluation. Even in computer analysis or any programming language, there is a computational problem solving process. One is analysis, means you have to analyze the problem. First understand the problem, know what are the constitutes the solution, means end output. Next, describe. You have to describe the problem. Here in mechanical, we will use materials, etc. In computer science, they will use data. Which type of data, whether it is integers or float, or whether you want to use um, normal, that is numeric. So float, string, integers. These are and boolean. These are the types of data which are used. So which one you want to use? Next, determine how the data has to be structured. Next, appropriate algorithms has to be framed to design the problem. Once design is done, you have to do the programming, represent the data within the program, implement algorithm by using loops, for loop, while loop, do loop, etc. So implement the program. Finally, testing means run the program, see the errors and execute it. If there is no errors, your program is done. Okay? Yes. Coming to history of Python. So before that, we will go into the definition of Python. So Python, it is very much general purpose. It is not specific oriented language. It is a general purpose language, and it is high level language, not the low level language. So what do you mean by general and high? So general means it is not application specific. You can apply to any of the fields, such as machine learning, artificial intelligence, app development, web development, etc. Next, it is not low level language, it is a high level language. So high level language means it is closer to human language, means you can interact. So it is independent of machine. Next, Python is interpreted, interactive, or object oriented programming language. That is why it is called as OOPS. So it requires, it has objects. So it incorporates module, exceptions, dynamic typing, very high level dynamic data types and classes, and several libraries, lakhs together of libraries are there, which can be used in Python. So how Python has been evolved? So Guido van Rossum is the person who has developed the Python programming. So he got the idea from watching a comedy serial in BBC during 1970s with respect to radio, not TV. So the program name is Monty Python Flying Circus. So in that he got an idea. So how to use, because multiple variations in circus, that is with respect to audio. So multiple variation, that is multiple attempts or multiple things are being done in one platform. That is the idea behind this. So why can't we able to develop a Python program where it can be used for all fields? That is how Guido van Rossum started developing the Python. So he created in 1989. Then 1994 first version released. Now at present we are using Python 3.9 released in 2020. Okay. So why we have to learn Python as a mechanical engineer? So it is versatile and flexible. Second thing is, nowadays machine learning is booming. So it is used in machine learning. Next, most mature package libraries around. Next, it is a beginner friendly and user friendly. That is why Python has to be learned from all engineers, not only computer science or information science, etc. Even for core branch engineers, the programming language has to be learned. What are the features? Features are easy to use, extensive support libraries. Around it has around 2 lakhs or 2.5 lakhs libraries are there inbuilt. You can use those libraries for a specific application. Next, machine learning, extensible. It is extensible. It is embeddable. So nowadays, Raspberry Pi, that is robotics and electronics components, they are using Python. It is speed. The speed is the program running speed is high, and there are no header files in this Python like stdio.h. We are using header file in C programming. Like that, there is no header file in Python, and it is a server-side scripting, the less limited programming approach. Okay? Yes. Everywhere you are now hearing the word about data science, data analysis, data science. People are shifting to data science because they will get more pay. Yes, one is because they know the language, that is Python, and it is very easily usable, and it is a high level programming language. So next, the typing is very dynamic and it is paradigm. Most productive language. You have large community. If you are having any doubts, you can have large community as Kaggle is there. In same way, you are having another two communities. Okay, Stack Overflow. Stack Overflow is another community where you can interact with people and you can get the solution from all over the globe. And the average play is around $117,000. Okay, so large standard library. So it is simple, concise, expressive, and powerful, user-friendly. And main advantage is it is open source. So no need to give money for the license for Python. It is an open source software used by everyone, even government of industries, even international government sectors, that is NASA, everywhere. They will use Python, and it is an open source platform. Yes. It is a Python is a foundation language for various domains. So domain. Now this slide is very important for mechanical engineer or any engineering. So please choose the domain. So if you want to have the career change or a career transform from one career to another career, please choose from this domain only. If you want to go for artificial intelligence, yes, please concentrate Python programming for artificial intelligence. Next, robotics. Next, quantum computing for computer science, web development, web scraping, automation and testing, if you are into automation. Next, if you are very much keen on bitcoins or coins, you can go for blockchain. Next is ethical hacking. So usually mechanical engineer or civil engineer, they will go for automation and robotics and artificial intelligence. Other streams of engineering will go for ethical hacking, blockchains, etc. Web development, app development. So they will choose the domain. So my advice to each and every faculty and my advice to faculty to tell to students is ask them to fix the domain as early as possible. Okay, so fix the domain. So whether it is artificial intelligence, robotics, or blockchain. Okay, next. Python trend in present job market. So market trend of Python programming is growth of major programming languages. It is high. Python, JavaScript, Java. So Python is having the number one position. That is in 2017. Now 66%. Now Rust is another software that is programming language which is using high in the market in 2020. Rust, Rust. Okay. Next comes typing script. Next comes Python programming. It has 66.67% of weightage in the current trend market. Then you have Python programming is around 22%. Okay, so 22% is having the weightage. Next here it is having the growth, that is with respect to technology. Python is growing like anything. See, 10% and above. So now with respect to the top programming languages, Python is the top programming language. Okay. Next is most loved and dreaded and wanted languages, Python. So the top 10 programming languages in 2020 is Python. Now Rust is booming up. That is a new programming language where other countries are using Rust, Rust, okay, which is not mentioned in this slide. This is the current information which I am having. Rust. So applications of Python. So one of the few applications are data science, data mining, artificial intelligence, 3D CAD application, machine learning, computer vision, or image processing. Okay, just a second. Just a second. Yeah, I'm extremely sorry. Fine. Uh, is my voice audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much. So here I have made three this thing. One is three colors. One is data science, data mining in green, artificial intelligence in green, machine learning in green, computer vision, that is CV, open CV, what previous session madam has told. Image processing application, it is computer vision, that is a separate topic. Then speech recognition and the 3D CAD application in red. So what mechanical engineering faculties and students, they have to concentrate on 3D application. Whereas Python, you are having two types of Python. One is IPython and another one is VPython. VPython is for 3D application. You can design 3D models using VPython, programming one. It is advanced one. Then IPython is interactive Python, where you can code and get the solution. Okay. So if you want the 3D drawings, you have to go with VPython. It is also a programming language which is new and only few people will teach you, and where nowadays Altair is making a hybrid combination by using programming, that is Python programming language. They are building another some sub application in the software of Altair products. Okay, so they are using Python, and Python developers are required for the current job for them. So those who are interested, please learn VPython and get into companies such as Altair, Siemens, etc., where the career transformation is changed and you can develop using this Python, VPython. Okay. So now that is artificial intelligence, data science, data mining. So those are the domains where Python is used, especially as a fundamental programming language, and you can shift over to the domain for data analysis purpose. Yes. So what are the Python libraries and frameworks? Usually these things won't reveal. So for 3D application, there is a Python library known as Fandango and CamWorks and AnyCAD. It is a Python library where you can build the CAD model using those libraries. Okay. Next, web and internet development, you have to use Django. Scientific and numeric, most of the consultancies or any of the training program, they will stick on to only this SciPy, NumPy, Matplotlib, and Pandas. So these are the specific known libraries. So if you want to learn Fandango AnyCAD, it is a licensed one. You have to purchase this library with cost, and you can learn this library and no tutorials available. So only the CAD companies such as Siemens, Altair, ANSYS, etc. That is PTC. Okay. The companies such as which is related to CAD, this thing, they will purchase this AnyCAD or Fandango library and they start doing the program backend. Okay. Next, big data, Apache Hadoop and Apache Spark. What Madam has told, Apache Spark and Apache Hadoop, that is only meant for big data analysis. Machine learning, I am much interested in Skylit Learn, but TensorFlow is the current trend in other countries where they are using TensorFlow. In India, only few engineers knows TensorFlow. So scikit-learn is very useful. And if you are into a language, natural language processing, so in NLTK, there is another library for it. Okay. So these are the libraries which are there in Python. You can import those libraries and work on it. So mechanical engineers has to concentrate on scientific and numeric applications to do some research projects. If you are in material science background, SciPy will be, and Matplotlib are the two, and Pandas are the three key libraries where you can extract the data and you can analyze it. Okay. For if you are into 3D application, you have to learn Fandango and AnyCAD and Common. Then if you are interested in analysis, machine learning, that is data analysis part, please learn Scikit-learn. Okay. Okay. Next. So how to learn Python? This is very important slide. You can take a screenshot of it. So please make it clear why we want to learn. Please choose the domain, which is very important. Second thing is you have to learn the basic syntax. Next, write code by own. First, you just copy everything from others or community. Then start building the code on your own. So practice daily, at least one program daily. So make notes, discuss with your mates, colleagues. Don't have ego complex. Okay, please discuss with your mates, colleagues, students, so that you will also learn day by day. Even I am learning nowadays also with various communities, with various paid tutorials or various paid certification programs. Please learn, please update yourself so that you will grow. Next, create small projects on Python. Teach others. Very, very important. Initially, it is tough, but if you keep on teaching, you will learn by teaching. as we are all teachers, we have to learn one by one. But is teach others, explore libraries and frameworks. Since it is open source, you have lot of community. Yeah. So Python is used in overall all these companies presently: NASA, Nokia, Truka, Reddit, Google, etc. With respect to mechanical, as few of my friends are working in Siemens, then ANSYS, as well as Benz. My cousin is working in Benz. Then Moog Technologies. So and TCS, Infosys, two of my friends are working in mechanical domain only. So nowadays they are also getting trained from corporate trainers regarding Python with respect to specific application on hand calculation purpose, so that you can do calculation very fast in Python using NumPy, and you can plot various plots using Matplotlib. So Siemens, they are implementing Python for machine, that is machine learning. That is, any data is given, past 15 years data is given. So with that, they have to optimize the data to reduce the cost and increase the profit. That is how it is working. Even Toyota is implementing from September onwards with respect to machine learning, how to cut down the cost by doing the analysis, 20 years analysis, data analysis. So what is the purpose? What purpose companies use Python? Google, various projects; NASA, several projects; New York Stock Exchange. So stock exchange also Python programming is used. So automated auto algorithm tools are there for stock. So they are using Python. So next, industrial light and magic for everything. Then Red Hat for Linux, and Zope Corporation, content manager. So Python programming is developed, the content of the Python programming is developed by Zope Corporation. So who is that is Rosem, Guido von Rosem. He is the founder of Zope Corporation, and he is going to do the content management. So there are several IDs. What is IDs means? Integrated Development and Learning Environment. So in previous sessions or in your previous earlier sessions, you might have heard the word PyChar. Okay, the Python shell. So these are the IDEs where you can program the that is code using these IDEs. So usually nowadays the Python shell ideally is general. It is like just Turbo C. You can get it easily in net. Jupyter Notebook is obtained from Anaconda. So PyCharm is also Anaconda. Spider, nowadays my mechanical engineers has to learn Spider and Jupyter Notebook. These two are the platforms where you can do lot of coding with respect to mechanical. Okay. Next, PyRail, Sublime Text, Atom, Thorny, Visual Studio Code, Vim. So all these are IDE shells where you can do programming. No problem. Okay. Kaggle is using Jupyter Notebook inside. So Kaggle uses Jupyter Notebook, which is inbuilt. So that is why you are seeing code, markdown, everything. I will show that in a while. Okay. Next, this is very important slide where the faculty members or mechanical engineers also interested in learning any of the programming languages. They think that no company uses programming language, which is very wrong intuition. So kindly ask them to think out of box. Nowadays, everything is with respect to programming language programs. So then second question is with respect to attitude and ego, why we should learn programming. It's tough to learn, or my seniors conveyed. So it is also a wrong message. So everywhere in future, everything is programming, everything is multidisciplinary. So each engineering branches is a multidisciplinary one. So mechanical has to combine with computer science, electronics to get the product out. Computer science has to mix with mechanical civil to get the product out. So multidisciplinary one. Actually saying is programming language is very easy compared to our subjects such as mechanics of material, design of machine elements, theories of machine, ATD, applied thermodynamics and basic thermodynamics. Compared to those subjects, this is very easy. So computer science students will struggle only in third semester, because only in third semester they are into programming structures, data structures, everything. Once they know the basic funda, that is logic and syntax. So if they go with any of the programming languages, it is very easy for them. Within 1 or 2 days, they will learn the programming language of others, such as Go, Rust, Python, etc. Because logic and syntax is same for any of the programming languages. Okay. But for a mechanical engineer, initially, if he learns for 21 days or 90 days at a stretch, like ATD, BTD, and COM, even for him, programming languages is easy. So from now onwards, please think that programming is easy. Ask your students to affirm this affirmation. Use this affirmation. Programming is easy. Programming is easy. Okay. Yes. Now coming to fundamentals. So all these things, the slides up to the previous one is a fundamental one, and it is with respect to the current trend of Python. Now, programming methodology. Same, there are 7 steps. One is definition, analysis, designing of the problem, coding, testing, debugging, documentation, and maintenance. So what is the structure of Python? So Python has 4 structures. One is modules, next is contain statements, next expressions, next expression create and process objects. Okay. So it is an interactive tool where Python statement one by one, it is an interactive prompt. If you type 3 plus 7, you will get the answer as 10. So 3 less than 15, you will get boolean. Next print me, you will get a string. Then print me, again you will get a string and integer. Okay. So this is the first code. So I will go with the slides first. Next, I will self-use websites where you will get Python IDE and where you are going to get Jupyter Notebook. So if you are sitting in front of a laptop or a system, desktop, you can install right now only. Okay, it is very easy. So code print, welcome to FDP on Python programming for mechanical engineers. The output will be the same. Welcome to FDP on programming, Python programming for mechanical engineers. So here we have this thing. This is a string. Welcome to FDP on Python programming with a string. So there is no semicolon used. So this is how it's done. So I'm going with hands-on. Let me check. So few websites are there. I will let you know the websites. First one is Python IDE or IDLE. If I type Python IDLE in Google, so here you will get python.org. So this is the original website of Python, where you can get lakhs together of libraries. Okay, so this is the website of Python. That is python.org. Please make a note of this. Python.org. See, Python is powerful and fast, plays well with others, runs everywhere, is friendly, easy to learn, open. Okay, so this is the Python Software Foundation. You can donate to Python Software Foundation because it is an open source. You can become a member. You can donate it your wish. Next, downloads. If you go to downloads, so they will have a highlight with the 3.9.6. So this is the latest version of Python. So you can install Python for Windows, Linux, Mac, others, etc. Okay. So please click download. The download will come. So this is IDLE, means Integrated Development and Learning Environmental Tool. So Python IDLE I will install. So already it has been installed in my system. See here, I am having Python 3.9. Okay. So this is with respect to IDLE. So my suggestion to all faculty members is please have lot of hands-on session on Python rather than running the PPT. It won't work because it has to be practiced by everyone every day. Simple program. If you start with simple programming, you will get motivated yourself and you keep on increasing your learning ability in Python, and one day you will become master to teach students. And you can implement this in your syllabus if you are into autonomous institution or university. You can create your own syllabus with respect to Python for mechanical. If you are bound to or affiliated to universities, means it is difficult. We cannot able to change the syllabus. See, I am using Python 3.9.2 version, but now it is Python 3.9.6. Okay. So this is IDLE shell. Okay. So here new means you can write the programming here. You can write it here. So I will copy and paste this. So welcome to see, print has to be in different colors. Okay. So green indicates string. So I will save this file. Save this file as 123. Okay. Then run. See, you will get the output. Welcome to FTP on Python programming for mechanical engineering. This is with respect to IDLE. See, this is notepad. Here you have to type. The output will be in the IDLE shell form. Okay. Now, another one is there which is very much useful. Just a second. Yeah, sorry for the interruption. So please install IDLE. Second website is Anaconda. So it is also a open source. Okay. So Anaconda, www.anaconda.com. Yeah. See here, what all data scientists, engineers, or data analysis, those who have learned till today. So they will get the information from here. You will get all types of tutorials, resources, library, training. Okay. So you can get careers. You can search here with respect to careers. Okay, it is a commercial edition, team edition, enterprise edition. What are the recent articles? If you want to know what is happening right now all over the globe, so you can get an idea here. Anaconda perspective. So agriculture they are using now Python, IoT, Internet of Things. Okay. So data science 2021 essential through untapped potential remains. Few guides are there. You can read more articles. Next, you have to go for individual edition because it is an open source. So here is your data science kit. You can download it for everything. Okay. Or else go down. See here, you have lot of information available. I will explain you one by one. It is an open source. It has a Conda packages, manage environment. So these are the libraries that is built machine learning module. Okay. So it is an open source community at your fingertips. So it is an open source community. See, this is the navigator, Anaconda navigator, which I will show you in a moment. Okay. So what is Anaconda used for? So it is used for data visualization, machine learning, etc., etc. Yes. Coming down at last, you have two types. Python 3.8. See, it has not been updated to Python 3.9. So Anaconda will use Python 3.8. So you can install, if your computer is 64-bit, you install Python 3.8. It's 477 MB. 32-bit means 409. If you are using Apple iPad, Mac, so you can install Python. You can download and install Python with respect to Mac. If you are using Linux, you can install Python with respect to the software. Okay. So I have downloaded this 477 MB and I have installed this. So the installed one will come in this pattern, Anaconda navigator. Okay. See, this is the navigator. So once navigator is obtained, it is an open source. So you have environments, that is Kaggle, what Madam has shown today. So you have environment, you have learnings, you have a community. Okay. So you can go anywhere, you can have a learning community, etc. So here, what mechanical engineers has to know the subject is Jupyter Notebook. Okay. Jupyter Lab is different. It is introduced recently. So you have to go with the Jupyter Notebook. Yeah, here it is available. See here, Jupyter Notebook. Click here, launch. Okay. Next is Spider. Spider, see here, a set of integrated tools designed to help you to be more productive with R programming languages. So this is, sorry, with respect to Jupyter, see, scientific Python development. So if you are having lot of scientific calculation, please use Spider. Okay, interactive testing, debugging, it has a lot of features. Spider. So notebook is sufficient. So if you want to visualize the data, you have to open BlueViz. So what Madam has told you. So Madam has used PyChart. The previous speaker, she has used PyChart. Okay. So PyChart professional. So it is also IDE one, JetBrains for both scientific and web Python development. Since previous speaker is a computer science background, for them they want SQL also. SQL also to be MySQL, HTML. So for that PyCharm is used. But for a mechanical engineer, Spider and Jupyter Notebook is sufficient. Okay. So first go with Jupyter Notebook and Spider. So please press launch. If you press launch, the notebook will open in terms of website, that is localhost 889. So it runs with respect to platform, that is Google Chrome or Firefox, okay. Mozilla Firefox. So these are the programming files will be stored in C drive. So let us begin with first code. So first code is already I have opened here the code. See here. Yeah. So if I type print welcome for the session. Okay. So if I press run, so you can go with run, or else there is a shortcut key, that is shift enter. So you will get an answer as C. Welcome for the session. See, this is input, this is output. Very easy to determine. That is easy to identify. So madam, the previous speaker has shown you about this code, markdown, everything. So now what all things you are doing is a code. So if you want headings means you have to go with markdown. That is, if I want, this is welcome code. Heading comes. If you want to write textbook, so you can use Python, that is this Jupyter Notebook, and you can create or you can build a textbook with respect to Jupyter Notebook. Okay, these are headings. Okay, you can reduce the headings by entering hash more times. If you want to get heading of lesser font, so go with markdown. The font here is big. The font I have used double hash. The font has reduced. Triple hash means again it is reduced. So this is how it is used. The difference between code and markdown. Yes. Coming to slides. Yeah, see, there are other several statements which one has to learn in Python programming. It is a 2 weeks program. So I taught several students with respect to mechanical. So Vemana and other colleges such as Don Bosco, HKBK. So it is a 2 weeks program where you all will study about data types, functions, operation, input statement, if, else, if, while loop, break, continue. So function, for loop, list, slicing, dictionaries, tuples, exemption. So one has to know all these logic and syntax. Okay, once you know these logic and syntax statements, you are thorough enough to write any of the program in any of the subject with respect to mechanical, which I will show you in a while. Okay. So now coming to the packages. In NumPy. NumPy is a dimensional, that is mathematical package where you can solve numerical problems. So you can go with start with matrices and you can get the shape and size of the matrix, dimension of the matrix. Okay. Again, you can get other packages such as pandas and matplotlib. So madam, our previous session speaker has told about pandas. That is the process of tabular or structured data applicable for data science and machine learning. Okay, Matplotlib is used for data visualization. It can plot multiple plots. Okay, lines, scatter, histograms, etc. Right. So this is the examples of pandas. So you can get the pandas, that is data frame structure. So this is the data which is obtained in your material science part. That is stress strain of the component. The data frame can be made like this in the form of table, and you can download this table and paste it. That is how the data frame is done. Okay. So let me show this with respect to this. We can do it very easily with respect to Python program. I will explain one by one. Till time is there. Till half an hour more time is there. So in meantime, in your right tab, if you are using laptop or desktop, please install these two softwares. Okay, one is Anaconda 64-bit. Let the download be continuing. Just one click install. That's all. Okay. Or you can install Python. That is Python program. Python.org. Install ideally. Star indicates means the program is running at the moment, or else it will give number. See, IN1, etc. Yeah. See, you have got the data frame. This is known as data frame. So this is the programming you have done. That is, you have arranged the matrices up to 0 to 14. Okay, in 3 bar 5 means 3 rows, 5 columns, and you have named the columns as A, B, C, D, E, and you have got the data in terms of tables. It is very easy. So if you are having n number of stress values, n number of strain values, if you want to frame the data, you can frame the data by using this code or a logic. The data table is ready. Okay. Very useful. Next, Matplotlib. If you want to plot n number of plots, okay, you can plot it. So I will show this one by one. Let me go slowly. So this is with respect to programming. Now coming to hands-on session, I will start from the scratch. So these are the plots you can extract. Yeah. So if you type 9 plus 9, so you get an answer as 18. So this is with respect to integers. Okay. Now if you type my name is Bharath, you will get my name is Bharath. Print my name is Bharath. You will get my name is Bharath. If you want integers, so that is strings. See, for example, 3. Okay. So 3 plus 3. Okay. The answer is 33. Why? Because this is string. You won't get answer as 6 because I have added inverted comma which leads as a string. Okay. So if you want float, you get answer as float. See, this is integer, this is string, this is float. String can be anything. See, for example, hi, okay, plus space, or else you can use space here also. So BNMIT. See here, hi BNMIT. So string plus string you can add, you get a string. Hi without inverted comma, hi plus BNMIT, it won't take. See, for example, hi plus BNMIT. If I write, so it won't take. See, hi is not defined because it is showing that it is not a string. It is somewhat different. So add inverted comma. So if you add inverted comma, you'll get answer as hi BNMIT because here I have given space. So you get a space here. Here I have not given space. So you get it together. Okay. So here if you want space, too much of space, 3, 3. So here you get space, n number of space. Okay, this is float. This is integer, string. This is integer. Next, 2 less than 3. If you type 2 less than 3, you will get answer as true because it is a boolean. So Python is going to recognize integer, string, float, and boolean. Okay. So these are the 4 things, data types, which you have learned today. First class is over for your students. Integers, floats, string, and boolean. So 2 less than or equal to 2. Answer is true. Okay. 2 less than 2. Answer is false. Answer is false. So these are the few boolean operations and the data types, basic data types, which is used. Okay. So this is with respect to program. If you want to get everything in terms of program, that is enter 2 numbers. If you want to get everything, this is the basic thing which I will explain you one by one. Basic programming one. Yeah. See num1. Num1 means I am defining num1 with an input statement. Enter first number, enter second number. So sum, if you want to sum, if you want to subtract, if you want to multiply, and if you want to division, you have written the formulas. And you want to display. See, first is same how we are going to use design step. 6 steps. Initially we are going to use, first is given data. Next is you have to write the input statement. What is the input statement? Next, write down the formulas. What is the formulas? Whether addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Next, you want to print this. So how do you print or display the result? This is the code. Print the sum of 0 and 1. Means 0 means this one, and 1. Format num1, num2, sum. Subtraction of 0 and 1 is 2. Multiplication of 0 and 1 is 2. Means 0 means this is the index. Index means this is 0 index, this is 1 index, and the answer which you are going to get is second index. And you will get the answer. Enter first number 25, second number 15. Okay? 25 plus 15 40, 25 minus 15 10, 25 into 15 375, 25 divided by 15 1.6667. Okay. So here I have kept it float. everything is float, not integers. Integers means it will round down. So here I have kept it float. Okay. So very simple programs. I'm telling you, Python is very easy. Programming language is very easy. How you are solving machine design problem. In the same way, if you solve the same problem, it is same. Because even I am a machine design specialization in Tech, same procedure is followed. Given data, write the formulas, print the results. Done. Okay. So this is how. Next, I will show the mechanical example. See, this is the problem which is given, and I have taken this problem from a standard book. So a circular steel rod of length L and diameter D hangs in a mine shaft and holds an ore bucket of weight W at its lower end. Calculate maximum stress if L is 40 meters, D is 8 millimeters, and W is 1.5 kilonewton. So formula is what? Stress is equal to load by area. Since it has a self weight, load plus self weight, that is rho AL divided by A. So W by A plus gamma into L. So sigma max is equal to, substitute 1500 divided by area is pi d square by 4. So plus this W rho L because of self weight. So you get answer as 33 MPa. So in program, you have to give all these data. Let L is equal to 40, D is equal to 8, W is equal to 1.5 kilonewton. Next is write the formula. Sigma is equal to force, that is this formula, W by A plus this gamma into L. So you will get the answer as 33 MPa. Since I am using integers, it will be round off to 33 MPa. If you use float, you will get 32.9 MPa. Okay. So same problem. See? So for this you have to import libraries. So I have imported library as math because mathematical calculations are involved. So W is equal to 1500 kilonewton, that is Newton. D is 8 mm. G is 0.007, that is weight density of steel, kilonewton per meter cube. L is equal to 40,000, length of bar in mm. Calculation area is what? I have used math because I have imported library, or else you have to type 3.14 pi value. If you want to get the pi value, you have to type math.pi. Or else you can type 3.14 divided by 4 into d square. So for square we are going to use 2 double star. Okay. So S max means sigma max. Sigma maximum is equal to 1500 is given divided by A plus G into L formula. So print round off. I am rounding off the answer. If I won't use round off, if I just write answer, what you will get? You will get 32.921, this much big. So if I use round here, we'll go with round off. 33. Simple. Is it so? So first is importing library, second is initialization. I call this as initialization. Third one is calculation. Fourth one is printing. So you got the answer for a problem. Next I will go with second problem, which is nothing but theories of machine. So one can ask, so many of my students sir, only mechanics of material you have solved. What about theories of machine? You can solve any of the problems. Theories of machine, fluid mechanics, thermodynamics, etc. Okay. So in a 4-bar chain ABCD, AD is fixed and is 150 mm long. The crank AB is 40 mm long and rotates at 120 rpm clockwise. This problem is taken from R.S. Kurmi. Okay. So while the link CD is equal to 80 mm oscillates about D. So BC and AD are of equal length. Find the angular velocity of CD when the angle is 60 degree. So usually we use relative velocity method. VB is equal to VA plus VBA. This is the concept. So using that we have found out VC, that is 0.386 with the velocity triangle. So and then CD, then angular velocity is found by omega is equal to V by R, because V is equal to R omega. So angular velocity is velocity by distance. So VCD by CD, you get answer as 4.8. Since this is clockwise, means this CD is also clockwise. Both are clockwise rotation. Okay. So this is the program. One is library import, initialization, MBA, that is 120, AB distance, 40 divided by 1000, 80 divided by 1000. This is the calculation. Omega is equal to 2 pi n by 60 because you have to convert to radians per second. So velocity is equal to omega into r. So omega into distance r. So here Vb is equal to Vba. Both are same. So VCD is known by velocity triangle. So next omega CD is V by R, that is VCD by CD. So print the result. You get 4.8125. Same thing. See here, same answer. So if you type round off, it will give an answer as 5. Answer as 5. So here, please make a note. I have used ash. Ash represents it is a data which won't print in your answers. It is just like a comment. Okay. So this is also very important. Detailing. I have mentioned you about attention to detail. So you have to please write the detailed program, because if you have done this as a faculty member, you know this. But as a student, the student, if I remove all these things, variables, RPM, then this calculating, the student won't know what is the step which you have followed, or your colleague won't know how you have solved the problem. Okay. So if I show this, he doesn't know which units. So the person only has written, he knows everything. So apart from that, the person only see how you see the previous program in detail. The program which I have deleted, see here, it is just like a blank program. NBA is 120, ABCD. What is that ABCD? What is omega? Where is BC? Okay. Yeah. See, now it is a detailed one. Variables. So initialization is done. Next year's used calculating formula is done. Units is radians per second. Okay. So please go through this program for a while, just 2 minutes. Yeah, sorry for the interruption. So this is how the programming can be done. Next the topic is I have taken the topic of fluid mechanics. So fluid mechanics is from Frankham White book, which I have referred. So air enters a diffuser with a speed of 200 meter per second. So determine the speed of sound, Mach number, etc. So this is the assumption. Same solution I have copied paste. Okay. So this is the formula used. C is equal to root KRT, which we know. Mach number is V by C. So only these two formulas you have to write. Okay. So it is very easy. Just go to the program. So import math. Why I am using math? Because I am using mathematical formulas. So I am using pi and square root sometimes. So better to use math import library. So next is initialization of the problem. Add velocity, temperature, K, R, T, O, F. So calculation is C is equal to root of K, R, T. So here root means square root, double star is used, and 0.5. 0.5 means root. The Mach number is V by C. Already V is known 200. C will be known from this answer. So you get the answer as 349 and 0.573, which is same as this. See here, 349 and 0.573. There won't be any deviation in the answer. So it is very simple. Okay, these things we have to implement in new syllabus as a Python programming, and the Jupyter notebook is very useful because it will be stored in your server, and whenever you log in, everything will be stored. No need to again copy paste anything. It will be stored. It is like a Google Drive. Okay. So next is mechanics of solids. Same way, we have to go with mechanics of solids. Modulus of rigidity, G is equal to E by 2 into 1 plus nu. So you get answer as 0.316 and 7.6. So why I am showing all this? Because the springs you can implement in springs machine design, springs machine design too. So all these 6 steps you get in write 6 formulas. Answer is going to come springs. So all these programs has been done here with respect to springs. Okay, see here springs, import mat, import numpy. Here I have used numpy. So you get sigma G. See here, G is equal to 38, D A, E is equal to D V E. So you get 0.31 and 9987. Same thing which I have done here. So 0.38 and 9983. 99.83 kilonewton per millimeter square. This is 0.31. So the same is obtained here. 0.313 and 99.83. So here I have used float. So if I press round off means you will get answer as 0.3. Okay. So second one is spring. So small d is 5, wire diameter, capital D, G is 84. So Na is 15. We have W as 300, spring index. So since 5 springs are used, 30 by 5. So Ks, so stress factor, then wall factor is this formula 4C minus 1 divided by 4C minus 4 plus 0.61C by C. So you get spring stiffness formula and you get the answer. Everything is rounded off and this is the answer 111, 16, 19. Everything is rounded off. Okay. See here 1.083, 1.2525, 1.156, 16.2, 18.514. Since I have made rounded off, or else you can delete this. If you want to get exact answer, within a fraction of a second you will get, see, 1.083, 1.2525, 1.15, 16.2, 18.51. Same answer is going to be obtained. Same formulas is going to put. Very easy. Within a fraction of a second, the answers are going to obtain. Helical case, it is a 4-page problem. So one can minimize within 2 minutes. Answer is going to obtain in a Python programming solution. So one has to find the axial load, radial load. Okay. So it is the formula. So import, I have used numpy formula. Why? Because I have to use sine, cos, tan. That is why I have imported numpy library. Okay. Then p initialization treats alpha, phi, so n, m, so dp dg. So v is equal to 2 pi n dp by 60. So pt is p by v, pa is pt into tan phi. So pr. So we have rounded off. Answer is 748, 272, 290. The same thing. See 748, 272, 290. Okay. So this is with respect to mechanical one. So if you are into a research one, if you are doing some research, I request you to learn this Matplotlib, PyPlot. Tutorials are available, free tutorials. So if you have a master, always remember master is required for everyone. So please learn with certifications. So learn with master. Tutorial sometimes it will lead to some mistakes no one will clarify. If you are having a master, you can clarify very easily. So you can plot n number of plots, which I have shown here, starting from the scratch. That is with respect to Matplotlib. You will get plots like this. One is line plot, then dashed line plot, then bar plot, okay, scatter plot. So all plots can be obtained. So I have imported here x is equal to some values, y is equal to some values. So you have to make sure that x is equal to y. Means if you have entered 5 indexes here, here also 5 indexes has to be entered. Then only the plot will come correctly, or else plot won't come. It is very easy. So import, you have to import Matplotlib initially. So import Matplotlib. These three things are important, libraries. So import matplotlib.pyplot as plt. So you get plots. If I want to show, I will show you another plot. So I will import this, import Matplotlib. So you have imported a matplot library in your file initially. So star indicates means the program is still running. Okay. So you can copy these two. You can copy all these three things. I will change the values now. So you can go here with 3, 7, 11, 15, 20. Here you can go with 5, 6, 14, 12, 25. Okay. So shift enter means program run. This 13 number came means the program has run. Then you can go with length x is equal to y. It will give true. Then you can go with plot. Okay. So if you are going with line plot, you have to go with line plot. Okay. Line plot comment plot x and y. So you have to type plot. So press shift enter. Within 1 minute or half a minute, you get an answer of line plot. So if your system is fast with good internet facility, you will get a line plot. So if you are having stress value, strain value together, if it is 100 value or if it is 1000 data, you can get the plot easily within a fraction of a minute. Or within a minute, you will get the value of a plot. You can have legends also. You can have axis name, legend name. Okay. So you can go with different plots. See here. So plot title, so you can go with this. So if you want to have title, okay, plot dot title line, it is a line bar, line plot. So always it has to be in red color. Please make a note of it. Since I have copied from a PowerPoint presentation, you will get an error if you use this inverted comma. See here, line plot, label, values of y, values of x. You can rename here anything, stress, strain, if you want here stress, or if you want strain. So x is strain, so y values are stress. So go with stress, strain. See, strain, stress, line plot, etc. So this you can plot it as stress strain curve instead of line plot. Stress strain curve. Similarly, you can go with bar plot. Okay. Similarly, you can go with bar plot. Instead of line plot, you can need to write bar. So here, if you write bar instead of plot, if you write bar, you will get bar plot. See? So this is used for result analysis. For exam results, if your students are got the exam results, you can use bar plots using this. And just copy paste. You can use snipping tool, copy paste this picture and paste it in your document. So this is how the things are done Matplotlib. So 1 o'clock time is done. So if you're having any questions, please ask. So if you want to learn more things, please contact me. So you can learn more things with respect to mechanical. Yes, sir.
Hello, sir. This is Dr. Venkatesh from BMS College of Engineering.
Yes, sir.
Sir, whatever the problem you have explained,
Mm-hmm.
So that whole curriculum is possible in our normal courses, or shall we have a separate lab for it in our curriculum?
Sir, in normal, for example, mechanics of material subject is there, MOM. You can have a lab session there itself because students will do experiment. Soon after experiment, since in second year students are learning Python programming in autonomous college, so you can implement there only in lab.
No, but how to evaluate it, because already the course content is so huge. We have lab also included there. So how
Yes,
to distinguish it? That is the point. How to allot the credit to the students? If it is, if we can do it for all the subjects, what way with the
no,
good
sir.
way?
What in our previous university was taught is 4 modules. Let it be as a general theory oriented. 5th module will be Python oriented concept of the particular subject.
Okay, it will be in all the courses then.
Now Reva University has implemented in all the courses. 5th module is solving problems using Python program. They have implemented in 5th module.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome, sir.
Any other questions from the participants? Okay, I guess no questions. So Bharat sir, thank you sir for your valuable information.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Hope in the future we can in the more FDPs we can collaborate with you sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you all participants. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Once again, last thing, I thank BNMIT management for providing me this opportunity to share my knowledge. So I personally thanks Dr. Anil Kumar sir, who has called yesterday night also for confirmation, and we spoke a lot regarding the curriculum. Thank you, sir, for giving me an opportunity, and I thank Raghavendra sir for making me the arrangements neatly with respect to links. And he is also my previous colleague. So yes, we work together and we are learning together. So thank you once again for giving me an opportunity to share my insights to you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, we can leave now.